All right, welcome to our new custom challenge mode. We're doing a challenge mode themed around the free update and the DLC. So the idea there is using new settings that are in the update and new things that are in the update and the DLC. So we'll be using all the new species, the new variants that have skins, and so on and so forth. We're doing a custom challenge mode on San Alberto's Peninsula, one of the pre-built levels, because this one's kind of a funner layout. This is from the campaign. It never had a proper challenge mode. It still doesn't have a proper challenge mode. So doing a run on here is going to be interesting and fun. I don't think we've ever done a San Albertus build, so there's also that. We're doing specifically only Malta buildings, and the reason we're doing specifically only Malta buildings is this is supposed to be fixed. You should be able to get a hotel now in a reasonable amount of time, making the Malta building set viable. The weird thing is they did that. They fixed the Biosyn map in Sandbox at least. And I'm testing right now in challenge mode if the Biosyn map is fixed, and it does not seem to be. But yes, they have not fixed the power issue with Biosyn. Still, if you do a base game Biosyn only build, you have to use backup generators till 3.5 stars. And that's really obnoxious. It's doable. We have done it before, but it sucks. It's weird that they'd fix the hotel and not the power settings. Because honestly, like large power generators, you don't even need them in a typical park. Generally, in a challenge mode, there's really no pressing reason to go for a large power generator. So if they reduce the requirement to unlock it, it would not like break the game in any way. I do plenty of 5-star difficult park builds without large power generators. So and it's literally a number they can edit in the code. I mean, I could make a mod. I have made a mod to do it, and I can make another mod to do it in 2 minutes, real time, and yet it hasn't officially been done. Just weird. Objectives, these still don't really matter because 5 stars is really the only thing that's relevant. And yeah, this is not a modded park build. This is strictly base game right now. No mods, not even research tree edits. Everything is base game and real. You can fully replicate the experience. Otherwise, I would mod that for Biosyn. And we will probably in the future. Dinosaur stuff, this is all pretty typical. We're doing no intelligent, not any strong reason for this. Just we have intelligent on a lot of the time. We might as well turn it off here. Dinosaur comfort was allegedly changed, and I don't see how. Um, I'm very confused by the patch notes, which talk about like adding fussy to challenge mode. I don't get it. Um, Maybe I missed something about how this worked before versus now. Maybe the gene to mod it wasn't in before, but I'm pretty sure it was. I don't know. I'm just confused. We're doing no trank levels again for the same reason as intelligent. There's no motivation there. We're just doing like that. Genome's 100%, mods on. Gameplay, this is all pretty typical. We're not doing disloyal scientists because that sucks. We are doing expert hiring because that's always fun to get the double ability scientists. I think that's just enjoyable. Max costs on everything here. Oh, let's not do feeder unlock Jurassic because that's annoying. We'll do normal. No new species bonus. Sabotage Jurassic. One staff center. I think that makes you play a lot smarter, and I like it that way. I wish you could do building restrictions on other building types because the code supports it, but and they're in challenge modes like limited bunkers and everything. But yet it's not in custom and still hasn't been added. We're gonna try 5 million cash. Hopefully that's enough. Species variety hard and income target hard because Jurassic income target is bullshit and Jurassic species variety is not really needed for this park build. But everything else still Jurassic on like appeal and income tax. Environment, decoration foliage, all biomes. That's a new feature, so we get all the decorations. I skipped past expeditions. Why did I skip past expeditions? That's under gameplay. Yeah, dig site randomization on, obviously. Obviously, we're playing with random dig sites. That's the big new thing. That's the whole point of this. Random dig sites. Should have probably got to that first, huh? Instead of spending 4 minutes talking over all the other minor stuff. Whatever. If you watch these videos, you know what I'm about. I ramble. The hatchery update, they introduced automatic hatcheries, but they're kind of weird. Like, you can't gene edit, which is a little wacky. We'll do some stuff with the automated hatcheries here, but it's not going to be a major part of this park build or anything. We'll probably just test one out for fun. Okay, so we start down here just like you do in campaign. You got the 3 big back sections, and a bunch of shit is broken because this is literally just the campaign. So we get response facility. We're running on backup power. Arrival building, paleomedical, another backup generator, some various damaged enclosures. There's no reason to fix or repair these pens back here right away. So we're gonna need, I don't remember in the Malta building set. Okay, yeah, there's no special things attached to like the arrival building or anything. I always forget because sometimes they shuffle those things around, right? So we still need a control center. Or do we not get a control center either? Is the acquisition center just everything? That's the control center? Or am I crazy? Or do I have one and I'm just blind? Or does the arrival building count as the control center? It does, because it wouldn't have upgrades otherwise, right? Because the typical arrival building is just an entry point. It has nothing connected to it. So the arrival building is the control center. The acquisition is everything else combined. Okay, great. I managed to struggle my way through the basics of the Malta building set that I should know. Probably stick you over here down this back path somewhere, maybe. Might want to flatten that. Place the thing like you did in the Malta campaign at the same place. Incredibly descriptive. I know exactly what you're talking about. That's in no way confusing. That definitely is one obvious thing and not possibly a billion things. Also, really, really bold of you to assume I remember anything that we did in the Malta campaign at this point. Because I don't. Looks like we can get this pretty tight over there. So we might as well put it there. That's a decent spot for it. I woke up at a regular, well, I woke up early because I thought I had a talk to attend today for work, and it's a week out. So I got up early, but not for the DLC. There's I say this in the DLC video I put out, but like there's really no point of me chance of losing or sabotage. That doesn't matter. There's like really no point in me putting any effort into like getting a DLC video out early because I'll never be able to beat the people who get access to the DLC early anyway. So why bother? All right, we want to, let's see. This gives us research. So even though it's sabotage, we can see the research tree. In terms of randomization, we got Struthy, Galley. This is only marginally different. Pachycephalosaurus and Draco swap places. Stiggy. I talk about this in the other video, but it looks to me like basically the randomization is done by like labels. So it's not that it remixes the entire research tree or even the small herbivores tree. It remixes like Pachycephalosaurids 1, 2, and 3, or Nithomimosaurids 1 through 5, right? It's like Therapsids 1 will always be here and never be randomized. I'm pretty sure at this point that's I can be confident that's how it works. The very clear one is the fact that, yeah, like Spinosaurus, Baryonyx, Suchomimus all shuffled around. You always get like a large or a medium carnivores of some type, and then a small carnivores of some type. Like, and apparently the DLC creatures don't move. Yeah, Sinosauropteryx is just normally on this tile here. I was wrong in the other video. So anything that's from DLC is this fixed. So this is fairly lackluster as far as dig site randomization goes. It's not very comprehensive, and that's disappointing. It's not bad. Like, it's a step in the right direction, but I'd like to see at least the DLC creatures getting shuffled around would be great. Yeah, I don't know. I'd have to look at the stats of the Cryolophosaurus cryo and evaluate that. and see if he actually would merit a boost. Uh, like right now, he just kind of falls into the same place as a lot of other creatures. He just doesn't stand out. So it's hard to say if he's unbalanced or if he's just other dinosaurs are unbalanced, but in the other direction of being too good, right? So Coelophysis, Camarasaurus to start with is pretty nice, but probably too expensive. But we can do early Camara. And a pseudo there. Yeah. So unfortunately, that just means there's going to be a lot of like weird stuff that happens. Like Therizinosaurus is never going to move because it's a unique research node plus a DLC creature, so it'll never move. And that's just weird. Yeah, like Geol and Desung stay there. Sierra swapped with like Tapajara. Like it's just not quite enough randomization. I'd like to see more. Anyway, in terms of expeditions, is this back online? We're rebooting still. Great. All right, there we go. We should also, well, we'll let that do the repair and then shut that down. So, always want to do Struthi first, or whatever your small ornithomimosaur is, because you get contracts to release more of those, and it's always good to have them. Genetics 297 is pretty damn good. We could just probably grab them. Actually, yeah, they do everything, right? Because the expedition is just one. Ah, there is one problem. The one problem is going to be staff centers. But nobody we have here is actually good for staff centers anyway. Can we do operational staff center? Great, fantastic. Yeah, so we might want to try and reroll scientist for somebody with at least 3 logistics to be our second scientist. Because he's not going to be able to like dig, process fossils, clone and hatch, and then research staff centers. Although we'll just keep him on staff alone for a while because that's a good way to optimize like cost, right? We're losing money, but only from the one scientist, so it's minimal. So we'll probably get him to like 4 pips or so, then re-roll the candidates. See if we get a 3. If we don't get a 3, we pick up a 2, and the group of them, the 2 of them can do the staff center research. And just that's probably the only option we'll have at that point. Fossils. Get the usual money back. I guess there's no point in extracting this. Because we'll just do this. I assume it's 2 extraction loads. If it's 1, we could just have. That actually wouldn't be that bad. All right, there's the rest. So that completes the genome, but not in enough slots to do anything with. So if we extract here, then we can synth and we can hatch. We have to process fossils and we have to do staff. So I think it makes the most sense to stop after 3 actually, because there's 4 additional tasks to do. And so we'll have to figure that out. Yeah, so like all these scientists kind of suck. So like we don't need 3 logistics on one person, but it'd be nice. But like if one of these guys are cheaper research, maybe they'd be worth grabbing, but they're just bad. Let's just re-roll. Okay, there's a cheaper research with a 1 logistics. It's technically viable. 182 actually is not awful. Cheaper 465, 222. That might be better. Operational staff center. Faster motivated. This guy, not the best. We could do double cheaper. Because we'll need 5 logistics before too long. Let's look at this. 2. Yeah, because we've got genetics covered. We'll need welfare, and we'll need cheaper. Well, we'll want cheaper, we'll need welfare, we'll need logistics. So really, Yukio works. So probably we should grab Yukio first. Faster is nothing, I think. 182 is a really good price anyway. So we can grab him. That gets us the 3. So we're going to research staff. Real quick deviation here to this. No. We're not going to research staff. We process fossils. We do the synthesis. We do the hatch. And then we research staff. Pushing Ibanez over. We got $4 million. Let's play it safe. Let's not push him. Let's just do staff. No, that's fine. I kind of forgot for a moment we had to still process a fossil. So we're going to risk Struthy synthesis with a guy who's at max whatever. A guy that would like to take a break but is not going to be allowed to. Because, well, I want to. It's best to get some dinos into the park and actually start doing something. So hopefully no negative abilities trigger. That's not what I meant to click on. And this doesn't matter. Because the other I can definitely do the hatching. These are 1. Yeah, skittish shouldn't matter here. Any social? Nope. Doesn't really matter either. Alright, so we just got the usual disgruntled penalty. No negative events, so... Oh yeah, I didn't build the staff center though, so that's kind of shit. Listen. It's been a week since I last built a park. Even though it's a week between every park I build, and for some reason I just forgot everything. Yeah, I'm gonna try not to change the decorations. So why don't we just try and sneak in somewhere? Somewhere, anywhere? Oop. Maybe. I should give up on this. I think we will. It definitely fits, but it's definitely going to be fiddly to get it to work. Could put it here. We also could just stick it back here. Although this is a fairly large area. It could go here. Actually, that's not the worst. Oh, wait. Yeah, there's a decoration there. That'll be blocked. We'll put it here. This is fine. This is perfectly fine. And we can't do the good path. So we'll just do a path. Oops. Whoops. And eventually we'll be able to match. For now, we're going to have weird mismatched paths. Yeah, no, there was a place where it fit. It's not worth trying to get that 1 pixel where it'll work. Excess building supplies. Gain a mediocre amount of money. Might as well. Alright, now we can rest. And release. Now, we're not going to research the Innovation Center, although the research for the Innovation Center is where the amphitheater lives, which we never actually used, and we should probably put in an amphitheater. So we might do that at some point, but I'm probably just going to replace this contract ASAP. All right, one of those. Do we think a small amenity matters? Maybe, but probably not. Probably just put you in here. Maybe like that. That way you can still reach the gate decently. 100%, 100%. The hotel didn't fix. Okay. Okay, ground leaf. Some forest in the back. And you're good to go. All right. Do we think we're profitable? Probably not, but we can try. Really? Oh yeah, because everything curving makes it weird. You have to put them on the outside part of the curve only. Why don't we flatten out this little hill here? Because it's going to have to be flattened out anyway. Yeah, so we take this. This goes like that. Something like that. We'll try to keep the terrain in. We build too many flat parks, but in that case, putting in the amenities was literally going to flatten it out anyway, so. Yeesh. What about there? Yeesh. It's even worse than I was expecting. All right, they're profitable. Let's try to get the full set in here and deal with what we can with the terrain. Yeah, immediately they're already a problem. So what we probably want to do is we'll just put like a cross path. Like right there. Like that. And then these can just be flat. I guess we'll just probably put them one across from the other, like that. There's not enough width to do anything else here. 1260, 1160. These previews are still broken, by the way. I think these broke like 2 or 3 updates ago, but nobody seems to care. I've literally never seen it reported anywhere. Oh well. So yeah, I guess we'll just put this one offset actually because, well, we can't line it up exactly anyway. This is actually not useful. Yeah. Okay, so that's all that's going to be good until we get more out. Okay, how bad are we bleeding still? Not that bad. We're actually almost profitable. I mean, the terrain constraints serve a real purpose in trying to make things not look grotesque and awful. I get it. It'd be nice if there was more ways to have like a foundation under things so that you could have like sloping terrain and have a building like flat, but the terrain by the building slopes because there's a foundation underneath that can stick out, right? Like otherwise, if you just have really steep cliffs, it doesn't look good either, right? Do we want to get another species right away, or do we want to put out more struthies? Like the research here changes, but I don't know if the cost to dig changes. I suspect it probably doesn't. In which case, randomized research is kind of just bad. But maybe it does change. We'll have to see. No, we haven't looked at the hotel yet. Oh, we should probably get medical in. 250 guests. We're at 108. So yeah, I think this is basically like a, I want to say it's like a third of what it used to be. I think it used to be 750 guests for the large hotel. 250 is super quick. Was it 500 before? So it's half of what it was? Okay. Still super quick comparatively. I don't think you really need it until you hit like 300 or something, maybe. We're definitely not doing Kamara. Oh, actually, this is normally... No, this is normally a Marga. Yeah, you don't normally get a Hadro until you research it. Never mind, yeah. I don't think I want a pseudo either. I think we'll just put out more of these. We got to finish the rest. Try to get things a little bit better that way. Actually, the other problem is the logistics, right? Yeah, because we only can do 3. No, the dig site randomization is random. It's just limited in how much it can change. Like if you do a park build with random dig sites, you will not have the same ones I do. It'll be different. 3-2 Cerato, 4 Nasudo. Steelophysis. I don't... What's the other Cerato? So we have 2 million bucks. 5 on the other Cerato. And I think the other scientist was not a 2, right? No, she is a 2. So we do double cheaper, and then do like Cerato, or we can just do a research at that point because we'll have, well, we already have 5 genetics, but we'll have even more. Okay, so if we do a research, I mean, mostly we're not going to get anything till we're at 0.5. I don't want to do any early sauropods because we don't really have a good spot for them. We could try Mahjong, but then if it ends up being too expensive, it's a waste. We could, same thing with Pachycephalosaurus. We need to do a dinosaur here that we know we can put in the park. We could do a Stegosaurid. We could do like Wurosaurus. When's the last time we had a Wurosaurus in a park? Maybe that? You know what? I'm kind of feeling that. Well, am I? Because we're going to have Stegosaurus in this park. No. No, I'm not feeling it. I take it back. I take it back. Because we get the Stego variant. Alright, I think we'll just do Nasudo. And that was a 4, right? So we do need the new person. She is expensive. You know what? Nah, let's just do it. We have the money. It's fine. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. Everything will be fine. Won't even be an issue. Because the Nasudo will push our diversity up, and that will help with getting the ratings up. Plus, the Nasudo dig site, I think, has coins, right? I think so. Oh, we also don't actually need to do the medical research because we start with a medical facility for free. We just can't build any new ones. Kind of a nice upside of the park design here. 59 minutes, 43 minutes. Really good times on the power. We're even powering this enclosure here pointlessly. We'll have to maybe be really careful about what we put in these front enclosures because I'd like to keep them in. I don't want to like redesign them. But we can do, yes, give me a replacement contract, please. Revenue, rating, or popular? I think revenue is more, so we'll take revenue.
I'm more interested in knowledge than the creature.
We can use this pen though to build like a sauropod enclosure. We can connect it up over here and then like do a pen like that. We can run a tour into here, put like another big enclosure back here or something maybe, like another really big sauropod enclosure. I don't know. It's random. Trust me, Crowd. I verified this. You do not get the same research tree twice. It's just a lot of it doesn't change, so superficially it looks very similar. That's the problem. Cynodont fossils. Yeah, I mean, you can get a bad research tree because Struthiomimus is like one of the best dinosaurs in the game because it lets you complete contracts really easily. So anytime you randomize and don't have Struthi as your starting creature, it's kind of bad. So that is 77%. I guess, yeah, let's do that. And while that's happening, we'll do another batch of Struthies. But we can't actually do it with a full genome. Well, yeah, good luck then, I guess. I assume you're doing a randomization, which is why you're asking for luck. I don't know. Yeah, we'll do you. I doubt these will have changed enough to make profit. 283, 260, 260, yeah. Still only want the one upgrade each. Okay, some nice social ones in there at least. And then these fossils will be done about the same time the Struthies come out. We'll go do another dig. Treasure! Buried treasure finances the park very well for a while. We got cryptosporidiosis outbreaking, but we're already doing the research. It should be fine. We are. Yeah, not doing great. Looks like we might have. Yeah, look at that. Look at the profit. Look at that little tiny bump there above the cursor. We were, for a brief moment in time, profitable. We made like $5. Man, it's just like my YouTube channel. No, that's not entirely true. I made one payout ever from Patreon. Actually, it probably is. That's probably about $50, which is my one payout ever. To be clear, that was intended as just a joke, and I'm not begging for money. Just to be clear. Actually, what I will say, if you got an Amazon Prime sub, you can throw me your Amazon Prime sub on Twitch. We're getting close to a Twitch payout. Close, I mean we're like halfway to a Twitch payout after like a year of streaming, but whatever. That, if that's literally just going to waste, doesn't cost you anything, so that's always that one I don't mind asking for, right? Nobody's gonna go out and like buy Amazon Prime to give me $2. That'd be pretty dumb. I think we'll max lifespan here. I think that's fine. 5. We have 7. Yeah, no, we'll keep it at 5. I mean, we can't make it any higher, but keeping the genetics at 5 where we can so that we can do it on just Ibanez makes sense to me. Great, so we'll do those. This is super quick. Okay, we got social. We got 3 eggs. Nothing bad. 1 docile. That's a good like early game to pseudo clutch. Pretty good turnout. That's nice. And then yeah, we get that out. We can rest the other guy, then rest those 2. It's pretty perfect. Pretty happy with this outcome. This park is working out well. I'll have to check and see if we want to put them in this pen or not. Ground leaf. I assume I want to say they are ground leaf. If they're not, we have the other pen closer to the front. We can just put them in there. Then it's fine. Is that a storm? That's just like rain, right? I'm not looking at the game. I have my browser up. Yeah, the pseudos are ground leaf. Okay, that's a bit of wind or something. Sure. Yeah. So ground leaf, right? These are ground leaf? I forgot already. Yeah. Great. So yeah, the Nasudos are a perfect cohab. For the small enclosures, it makes sense to just do Nasudos. Try and complete the revenue contract rather than replace it. It's a nice batch. It's like some desert.
Between the Nasutoceratops and modern day cattle?
No, none, Dr. Wu.
Horns and their relation to the eyes. It's clear to me that as we bring these animals back to life, the connections between the past and the present sharpen, and along with it, our understanding.
That's a really stupid voiceover. Like, it's not wrong. Like, it's just dumb. Like, yeah. Wow, they have horns over the eyes like cows? Oh my god. Like, plenty of shit has horn over the eyes. Right? Deer, cows, Allosaurus, Carnotaurus, all ceratopsians except for a handful. Like, this is not insightful. This is not something Henry Wu would ever fucking say. Ah, looks like our contract completed. These should definitely be able to be profitable. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's just bad for sure. It's kind of funny that, like, the early game is the only time you really pay attention to this. At least for me. And then in, like, the mid-game and late game, you just slap 2 upgrades on and ignore it. Where here, it's really like you fine-tune it. I don't think that's necessarily bad, to be clear, because like it'd be a little tedious to fine-tune it constantly. it's just a little weird that it's so upfront. 12, 9. Wait, now it's just. Wait, where was the 12? Which one was the 12? Hats? Yeah, okay. Sorry, I'm losing my mind. Anyway.
That's another objective down.
That's all good. These people needed a rest. Yes, thank you, car, for honking. Thank you. It really helps everything. Okay, no skins to unlock. I mean, we could push another species. Oh, we had a contract. That's what we should grab. Let's get the contract. One free contract, please, sir. Raise the appeal, raise the rating, or break even. Break even. Surprise, we're not there yet. Oh, we absolutely are? They just haven't gotten the message.
Really making a name for yourself.
Yeah, it's not even showing up. Right, because it just, like, auto-completed.
However, it's that second bit.
Maybe we should just get more dinosaurs out right now. How much room do you guys have? A smidge. But a smidge is not bad. Maybe we'll do a second clutch into pseudos here. I think that's worth it. We'll save the Struthies for when we have a population contract. Otherwise, we won't spam those. But the Nasudos are a main appeal thing right now, so we'll try to get them out. All right. Wow. 4 is... I did not expect 4. We can try and swing 7 and see if it works. I think we will, because their territory is not all-encompassing. Who's the alpha? It is a social alpha. But there's like a ton of ground leaf. How much ground leaf do the Struthies... The Struthies don't have that much. I don't think we can swing 7. But there's no reason not to, right? If we're wrong, we just sell it. Whatever. It's fine. Okay. We're going to do Mahjong because that's a stepping stone on the path to Concavenator. We're not going to actually put it in the park necessarily. But I am curious to see if the expedition appears to still be expensive. I'm not going to know for sure. Well, I can probably cross-reference with JWE database, because I'm pretty sure that tells you the costs for everything, digging, synthing, and so on and so forth, and find out that way. In terms of dinosaurs to add to the park, I got my eye on Polacanthus. Now, since I clicked that research, we can't actually do that expedition, but that's fine, because we can hatch the eggs. Yes, I did not fuck that up. Good. Whew. No mistakes were made. Excellent. Now, these are probably going to have to be trimmed back. But for now, we'll try and accommodate them as is. So even if we'll have to probably add some forest. If we have to add so much that the Struthies become upset, then we'll trim them back. But until then, keeping them. All right. We can do the Gigantoraptor actually right away. We need Carnivore Pop to 3 for concavs, but the Gigantoraptors would count. Interesting. We'd probably want to get the park to like 1-star, proper medium amenities and stuff, bigger paths before we make a push to upgrading scientists. So Mahjong. 270, 6 logistics. That doesn't seem very high. Majongosaurus. Mahjong. No, 270 is the normal requirement for the dig site. So seemingly has not changed. At least not the expedition cost. So the real test is going to be this. We will research this Spinosaurus tile at some point just to find out if it's ever remotely viable to like get an early Spinosaurus. Actually, not even that bad. That's vastly better than I was expecting. I guess social really does help quite a bit. Although we probably still have plenty of room for food for the Struthies. So we could probably keep all these Nasutos in the park. It's pretty good. Alright, how are the staff looking here? Everybody's good. Let's go dig up some Polacanthus. I think we'll try and get this out this episode. 3 species in the first episode is pretty good.
This short and direct. There is a new objective I'd like to see you complete. Review the details I've sent,
Okay,
and then
perfect.
get to it.
Photography is usually the way to go. Oh yeah, and I just sent you over here to repair, so you're actually in a decent spot to try and take a photo for once. Good to see they didn't fix everything. And yes, I am holding down the gas pedal the entire time, which is maybe making things worse.
I'm not above expressing
Very nice
gratitude if it's in
contract.
order. The last objective meets that standard. Thank you.
All right. Back to it. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. We got treasure again. That's another reason to do Polacanthus. Any place that gives you coins is automatically an excellent dig site. So we can't process fossils and do another Polacanthus expedition, so we'll have to mix those up. We can probably, I think we can afford to go do like paleomedical, maybe. I mean, we get the free one with the pre-built map, but it might not be bad to do it anyway. There's actually, oh, actually, we can swing over and do, not that, these. Yeah, let's just do tuberculosis while we wait. Double cheaper research, might as well. Back to the field for more Polacanthus, though. Was a sort? I never realized there was a sort function. I've literally never caught that that was a thing. Contract time. Dinosaur percentage, research, or revenue. Revenue's probably pretty good right now with a new species coming in soon. Another thing I did off video, which I could have done on video, we can put in decorations now from all biomes if you select it, as we did at the start of the park. So I've kind of just made this like a semi-tropical exhibit by putting in just decorative tropical trees. That might be a fun way to build a park a little bit, is just to decorate each of these different exhibits just a little bit, not like crazy, just with vegetation from different biomes. Lends a little bit of a theme to them. And the tropical stuff blends in well with the Mediterranean environment.
I do this because I love the craft, but
The tropical like palm trees and stuff in a you know, an arid looking environment is not necessarily out of place. Like you already have them here, for example, right? Polacanthus, what do we got? A little bit of that, a lot of this. Okay. Are we... Nope. Are we done digging it up at least? No. Okay, it's not looking good for getting it out this episode. I think it probably doesn't get out this episode. Yeah, I don't think we need to run too overly long here. I think we'll wrap this one up here.